Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Piofiore, and we're continuing Orlok's route, so we are just, well, we're in a little Yang thing perspective, still in Chapter 1 of Orlok's route, so anyway. Yang, do you have a minute? I have 2 things to report. Sure. The deal we made before is about to be completed. All that's left is for Fan of the Li Kuang He... What? I can't pronounce that. Anyway, to get in contact with you. What a chore. He's simply going to parrot the same old story as everyone else. All I ask is that you hear him out. I don't want them to be breathing down my neck. And here's a note from the messenger. I rolled open the scroll from Li and looked inside to see what was written. As usual. Threats upon threats and a command to get things settled quickly. I tossed the scroll onto the ground.
What did it say?
Like I said, the same as usual.
Huh, the guys back home have it so easy, saying things without doing anything.
Indeed. Then again, it also means they're getting restless. So be it. I was growing tired of the way things were progressing anyhow. Yang, don't tell me. We'll make our move. The room went into fervor at my words. Everyone wanted a chance at the action. But to me, this was just the first of many things to come. For my blood to boil with excitement, I should draw it out as long as possible. I hoped it'd be adequate stimulation. There were a number of people I had in mind, for whom I had great expectations. Interesting. Chapter 2! We could have made it to Chapter 2! I didn't know, it was going to be right after that scene, but... I knew we were almost to Chapter 2, but... The titles of the chapters get harder and harder to read as they get more and more German. Morning arrived, and I woke in my bed feeling depressed. I looked around at my unfamiliar surroundings. This isn't a dream. I was brought here last night and told about Bishop Rosberg's prophecy. This was so surreal that I was hoping it had all been a dream. I still can't believe... No, I don't want to believe what's happening. I heaved a deep sigh. If possible, I'd rather see you leave this unstable place. But His Excellency has said now is not the time. Hence, for the sake of Brelon's future, I'll need to ask you to stay here a while longer. Does that mean once the time comes, I'm going to have to leave Brelon? I'd never left Brelon before. My greatest worry was of the possibility that I'd be forced to leave my homeland. If that happens, then I'd want to at least say goodbye to everyone. Are you awake, Spacey? It's time for breakfast. Hearing Orlok's voice brought me some comfort. At the very least, it was much easier to be with him than the Lao Shu. Then again, I'm not sure how much I can trust him. I'm coming. You could trust him more than you could trust the Lao Shu, that's all I'm saying, but... Good morning. Good morning, Orlok. The dining hall is that way. I'll take you there once you're ready. Thank you. I'm actually ready now. Orlok nodded at me in response. Orlok didn't appear to be someone I should be afraid of. He has such a sweet face when he smiles like this. It's adorable. My only option now was to believe in him. The room he led me to was already packed with members of the Lao Shu.
Hey, stop it, Lon! That's my food! Huh? You didn't tell me that before! I mean, we share! What's yours is mine, isn't that it? Then I'll take your shrimp! Hey, stop it!
Within the crowd were Lan and Faye, the children who showed me to my room.
Hey, Orlok, give me your shrimp! You give me your shrimp, too!
No, that's hers. If you're gonna try, you'll have to face me.
Hey, you need to be so serious about shrimp. It can't be helped. You're the one who started it.
Those twins are always like that. Don't worry about what they say or do. Okay. I nodded awkwardly, but seeing them so lively felt strange to me. I can't believe they're with the Lao Shu. Orlok led me to an open seat while shooing them away. Soon enough, a piping hot dish was served. What's this? It's rice porridge, and the meals are all made for Yang. Rice porridge? I've heard of it before. I thought it was like risotto, but it's a bit runnier than I thought.
They made the soup part from fish. There's shrimp and scallops in it too. It tastes good. Oh, but if you don't like it, I can have your shrimp.
No.
Pooh!
Oh, I don't mind sharing.
No, I need you to eat everything so you can stay healthy.
Like, you're being a little controlling for having a sweet angel face. Orlok looked straight into my eyes. I could tell he was concerned about my well-being. I mean, yes, but also being controlling. Just back off a little bit. I see. Thank you, Orlok. I'll enjoy the meal. I mean, I get it, but it's like, hey, dangerous territory. Back it up a little. You need to eat everything and stay healthy. He's not as controlling as fucking Yang was, Jesus, but... I scooped a bit of the steaming hot porridge with my wooden spoon. Is this fried bread? Oh. Is it the oil? Oh, is it the oil? I don't know why my brain could not, like, it is, and I was like, is it? Is it? I swear I get dumber every 5 minutes. Anyway. Is it the oil in the Utayo? Anyway, that bothers you? I don't know how to look. Anyway. A long, deep-fried bread, often enjoyed with porridge and soy milk. Okay. No, I've just never seen it before. I see. And they served it often with their porridges. Oh, thank you for telling me. Not at all. I'm here to be of service. Orlok looked at me gently, then stood next to me in silence. What about you? I'm fine. He ate already? I felt strange having him stand next to me like this. What are you doing? Where are you and why are you screaming? Seriously, where the fuck are you? Oh my god, why do you do this? Why are you so weird? You have like a hidey bed or something you can hide in. Why do you hide between the cage and the wall and then yak and scream like you're trapped? It's like sometimes he gets in his cage and he screams at you because he doesn't. You're like, the door's open, dumbass. But he like likes to hide between the cage and the wall, and he was back there. What the fuck? I think he's a duck sometimes. I swear. What? I love you. You can come over and visit. What are you doing? You're being freaking weird. Such a weirdo. You're just weird in special kind of ways, you know? Other people's birdies that I see, their birdies sleep on their back like babies, and they do all this shit, and you are just shoving yourself between the cage and the wall like a fucking nutter butter. I don't know. He does that in the bathroom, too. He's discovered my towel on my towel rack. You cannot go pee without him coming with you. First of all, you never could anyway. But then he discovered the towel, and now it's just... And then he likes to climb behind it, so he's hanging on the towel, between the towel and the wall. Like, just playing back there. I don't know. He's just likes being cocooned in things. But yet, he won't snuggle with you and, like, cuddle in your hoodie or near a blanket or anything. He doesn't want you... cuddle with his toys or shove himself in corner... It's fucking weird. Bert is fucking weird. You'd think he'd like his little hidey bed thing, but he does not. He does not. Nuh-uh. He doesn't have a real one. But, like... he's an idiot. It felt strange having him stand next to me like this. Despite my foreign surroundings, I bowed my head to pray like I usually did. I sensed someone's eyes on me the moment I finished my prayer. Yang. Oh no, it's Orlok. Oh look at him beaming at us like, oh. Orlok was looking at me happily. What is it? No one in the Lao Shu ever prays before their meals. I am relieved to see someone besides me who says their prayers. I see. Look at his eyelashes. Jesus. I heard the Lao Shu didn't believe in God. No wonder no one here is praying. The cultural and religious differences were much greater than I thought. It wasn't a stretch to imagine that Orlok might not fit in with the people here. I began my meal, taking in spoonful after spoonful of the porridge. Suddenly, tension filled the air. The happy music stopped, too. Yang entered with a tired look on his face. The whole room fell silent at Yang's seemingly angry presence.
Bad mood again, Yang?
You're not a morning person, are you?
This is worse than usual, and that's saying something.
Orlok whispered in my ear as the twins giggled gleefully. Yang is like this every so often. As long as you don't say or do anything, it'll be fine, I think. Okay. Which means something will happen if I speak to him? Although the thought crossed my mind, I quickly subdued my curiosity. Also, like, she's gonna have some stones. I mean, like, when she's in his route, okay, fine. But, like, you're not in his route, you're here, and you're like, he's dangerous and scary. You're not like, he's a little hot. She doesn't think that in this route. In this route, she's like, he's dangerous and scary. So, Court, why would you voluntarily talk to someone who's probably gonna stab you? Like, the meal continued, but I couldn't stop thinking long enough to find my appetite. He kind of forced you to talk to him in his route, you know? Orlok looked at me with concerned eyes. You don't like it? No, it's good, but is there a problem? Yang? I'm just worried about Sister Sophia. I hope she's recovering from her injury. You know, when you punched her? I'm sure she's also worried about me, especially with what's happened. Orlok's like, yeah, I punched a nun. Probably going to hell for that. Orlok, is it possible for me to go to the church? Just for a bit? I mean, it may be the last time I get to go there. Hey, hi, what are you doing? Again, how many times do we have to go through this? You cannot shriek at your water bottle and expect it to give you water. You drink water from the inside of the cage, you dumbass. Also, your shrieking is irritating. I know. Now you're like, oh, look, I'm being cute, playing with my bells. You gotta go in the cage to drink the water. I'm not sure why you don't know this. It's like you get stupid sometimes. Meanwhile, the other day, what did you do? Yeah, Mommy went in the bedroom and changed to go for a walk, and you were like, okay, oh, you putting on walking clothes? I put myself in my cage because I know you go for a walk. You was a good boy. You knew. You knew it was walk time, and Birdie has to go in cage to stay safe while I'm not home. Yeah, you put yourself in your cage because you're a good boy. And sometimes you'll do that at night times. But you've learned that you shouldn't do that because that will take you back out because you need to give me kisses before we go night-nights. But again, you have to drink the water from inside the cage, so sometimes you're fucking stupid. I don't know. Sometimes it's like, my God, the bird is so fucking smart. And then other times, you're outside the cage shrieking at your water bottle like, why can't I drink you? Idiot. Bird brain, literally. Anyway, I'm sorry. He's just being so fucking weird right now. I mean, it may be the last time I get to go there. Okay, we already read that. I understand well that you care for her. I know this. But I prefer that you stay here. His Excellency would say the same as well. And this place is much safer than the church. Getting outside now isn't recommended. Or going outside now, sorry. Is it because I could be attacked by the Falzone family, just like yesterday? Yes, you are their target. Stare at Orlok. I really want to go! We're actually supposed to... Please, I really want to go. If the Falzone's after me, then the church may be in danger too. No. It was only intuition, but it was still more than enough to make me anxious. I feel like the church is in more danger from Orlok punching nuns, but you know, I get where you're coming from, I guess. Understood. If you're so adamant about it, then I suppose it can't be helped. I can only hope that going to the church will ease your anxiety. Thank you, Orlok. But under one condition. Condition? I will accompany you as your guard. With that, Orlok walked toward where Yang was seated. Huh? What? Is he serious? How am I going to ditch him if he follows me? Orlok walked up to Yang and began speaking to him in a nonchalant tone. I'm going to take her to the church. Is that fine, Yang? Yang had been frowning all the while from his headache, but he must have heard our conversation. How did we know he had a headache? We just threw that in there? Okay. Because hungover, maybe? But it's like from his headache. Did you know how did you know he had a headache? Nobody said he did. Huh. He must have heard our conversation. He replied quickly and without a care. Sure, suit yourself. He then went silent. He didn't touch the food in front of him. Instead, he seemed to be chuckling. His reaction worried me somewhat, and I hastily finished my meal. I stepped outside and took in a deep breath. I feel like I've been reborn. Staying overnight in an unfamiliar place took quite a toll. I like how she's been gone a night and she's like, I need to go back, I'm having issues. That's literally me when I leave my house. And I spend the day, okay, I gotta go home now. Been away from home. I breathed in the fresh air a number of times when I noticed Orlok looking at me. What's the matter? Huh? When you looked at me like that, I feel a little... Oh, when you look at me like that, I feel a little embarrassed. And kind of shy. Oh, right. Okay. I was sure he had something on his mind. As I wondered what he was thinking about, he suddenly spoke. Do you mind if I ask what you meant by reborn? Huh? I glanced around the area a moment and responded to his somewhat timid question. I shouldn't say this out loud, but I just meant that it feels good to be outside. I suppose the fresh air made me feel like I was born again. I see. Orlok was nodding as if he just learned something significant. Are you uncomfortable there? No. We shouldn't waste any time with prattle. Let's move as quickly as possible. That was prattle to him? He abruptly ended our short conversation, which made me feel a little lonely. God damn it, Tim! It's nowhere near as bad as seen. But I hurried and followed his lead. I knew this place well. The closer I got to church, the more my legs urged me forward. If I had to leave Berlone, I may as well take a good look at the place one last time. Sister Sophia! I ran toward her the moment I entered the refectory.
Space, I'm so glad you're safe.
Yes, and you, Sister Sophia?
Elena found me after the incident and called the doctor immediately. Thank you for your concern. I'm all better now, and there's no need to worry, dear.
I felt tears welling in my eyes, seeing Sister Sophia's bright smile. Thank goodness. Just being able to speak to Sister Sophia like this brought joy to my heart. I felt a gentle warmth come over me.
Enough about me. What happened to you?
Oh, well... Hashtag name number 3. Pound sign name number 3. Number sign number 3. Pick one. Obviously a coding issue is supposed to be... But is it saying name number 3? Is it... Because he has never called us, I'm assuming, Spacey, Adornato, and then Space. Our names 1, 2, and 3. But I don't think that he would call us Space. He wouldn't have called us a nickname, so...
Spacey, just a moment.
I suddenly heard Orlok's whisper. Unless name number... Well, you would think, because your first name would be 1, last name... Of course, then again, in Japanese it would be backwards. But could we change her last name? I don't remember. I know we could give ourselves a nickname and whatever, but I don't remember being able to change the last name, but... He pulled me close to him. What?
Don't say anything about His Excellency. Please.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because then, yeah.
You're...
Sister Sophia gasped, seeing Orlok standing beside me. You remember me, sister? How did you forget someone who punched you in the face? Orlok removed the hood covering his face. I'm the one who took her from here. He looks so sad. Oh, you kidnapped me and punched a nun, but I'm like, oh, he's so precious. They really do a number in this game, huh? I needed to take her to safety, so I was forced to resort to extreme means. I truly apologize for injuring you in the process. I didn't have the capacity to cover you both, even though you and I are both believers.
I'm not angry about what happened to me. If you regret your actions and repent for your sins, I'll not reprimand you.
Thank you. I am sorry, sister. Upon hearing his response, Sister Sophia's expression grew somber.
But I am not in agreement with how you abducted her. If you binding her to you by force, I'll do everything within my power to stop you. And if it ever comes to retrieving her from your possession, I'll face you myself.
Damn, Sister Sophia gotta get in a fist fight with Orlok. Within Sister Sophia's calm voice was a bold resolve. She's gonna kick his ass. She's gonna get her fucking rulers out, bitch. You better watch it. I responded to Sister Sophia. Thank you, Sister Sophia! No. Wait a minute, Sister Sophia. Orlok isn't a bad person. I jumped in to defend Orlok. I was certainly surprised myself, but he acted for the purpose of my well-being. He did abduct me, but he even brought me here because I asked him. So don't worry, Sister Sophia. Orlok listened to me silently. It felt as though he was happy to hear me defending him.
Now then, could you please explain to me what happened?
Well, as I was about to explain what happened to me that night, I knew it. As I was about to, all the fucking kids.
Oh, we got a guest, Sister Sophia? And welcome home, sis. Where were you? I've seen him before. He came last time. Did you come to pray today?
So maybe he did show up with the kids. We skipped through so fast I didn't even see him.
No. Oh, let's play then. Come on, sis, bro. I'm having an important discussion with her. Please wait until we're done, okay? Really? How boring. How about you, brother? Do you have time?
The kids looked at Orlok with earnest eyes. This is the scariest thing ever. Oh my god, kids want to play with me. No, I need to leave. I'm in a church and children want to play. This is my nightmare. Look, not a huge fan of churches, okay? Like, just not. Just, they make me uncomfortable. Like, old stone churches are nice to, like, see and visit and stuff like that, but I don't want to go to church. Church makes me uncomfortable. And then, also, children go, let's play! No, I don't like kids. So you just have to put some creepy dolls on a shelf somewhere, and it's like a clown in the room. Oh, God. It's like a fucking nightmare. If it's urgent.
Oh, they come with us!
Orlok is me. What? I have to what now? Wait a minute. I tried to stop them at the sight of Orlok being manhandled by the kids. He then looked at me with his brow raised. What is it? Are you alright, Orlok? I mean, is it a bother? I'm fine. It would be easier for the two of you to talk without me anyway. I don't mind playing with the...
Hurry, hurry!
Before he could finish, Orlok was dragged away by the kids. I sure hope he's okay. I hope that's what people say about me when I'm dragged away by kids. I hope she's okay. After seeing him go, I turned around to face Sister Sophia. Oh my god, sister, he kidnapped me and my Bishop Rosberg and he asked me not to tell him, but oh my god, help me! That would be the smart thing to do, but... I'm sorry about that, Sister Sophia. Now, about what happened... Telling her about Bishop Rosberg would be smart. I see. It was hard to explain what happened without mentioning Bishop Rosberg and his prophecy. I did explain that I needed to stay under the Laoshu's custody for a while until things settled down. Here's the thing. If you were in, like, a normal movie, right? We'd be telling Sister Sophia, we would be like, oh my god, and then Bishop Rosberg and this weird prophecy, and that's when and then she would come after, she would be evil, and she would stab, and us telling her would have been a bad thing. But, like, in reality, you get kidnapped, and even if you kind of like, Orlok isn't a bad person, you'd be like, I'm still going to tell her everything that he fucking told me not to tell her, because I trust her, and I've been with her for 20 fucking years. I've known you for 5 minutes, Orlok. Just saying. Which, again, if we were in a movie, would be a bad decision. And she has never shown any signs of being evil, so if she went bad in this one, I'd be fucking shocked. Fucking shocked. You know what I mean? Of course, then again, telling her might actually make her go talk to someone and they get killed. And we don't want that to happen either, but... Anyway, I did explain that I needed to stay under the Laoshu's custody for a while until things settled down. She's like,
I've heard this before and you were fucking that man.
Yeah, but I'm not fucking that one this time. It's not anybody yet. But the last time this happened, yeah. Sister Sophia fell into deep thought a number of times during my explanation, but didn't say a word. I was thankful that she listened to me.
I must say, you're still not very safe. It's also difficult to know how long the Lao Shu will protect you, too. I'll think of a way to bring you back to the church again. All that matters now is your safety. Please do be careful.
She's a little more understanding because she fucking knows. I mean, you know. It's weird. Shouldn't we feel like that's awkward? Like, well, so Orlok took me because people are after me and the Lao Shu's going to keep me safe. And she's like, uh-huh, all right, well. And then you're like, that went a little too easy and she should be. What does she know? We don't know she knows anything, but we know she knows something. Spacey doesn't know she knows something, but it's like, girl, shouldn't you suspect that maybe Sister Sophia has been a little too understanding about this? All I'm saying. Thank you, Sister Sophia. At the very least, I think I could put my trust in Orlok. She's like, touches her black eye for a minute. Yeah. Sister Sophia listened quietly and seemed to be deep in thought again. Although, I mean, he's more trustworthy than Lao Shu. True. She then quickly looked up and checked the time.
I'm sorry, dear. I know you came all this way, but I'll need to go somewhere in a moment.
Don't worry, I only came to say hello. Be careful out there, Sister Sophia.
Why, thank you. Feel free to stay here as long as you like.
She's got a meeting with Dante. With that, Sister Sophia kissed me on the cheek and quickly headed out.
Wow, you're the best!
I heard the kids shouting just as Sister Sophia left. What's going on? I left the refectory and went to the garden. Oh no! Is that, well, uno, due, tres? Well, I know uno, dos, tres, but then we're not speaking Spanish here, so. Anyway. Who's Stella? I don't know. Is Stella like, go? Like, 1, 2, 3, go! Like, I mean, what are we playing tag? What's happening? Well, I get that was counting, but I don't know what Stella is, and, it sounds like a name to me, and it was capitalized like a name, but, like, there was nobody named Stella, I don't think. So I don't know what is happening. Anyway.
You're so fast, Orlok! Not just fast, you didn't even move a muscle when John turned around. This much is easy.
Oh, wait. Are they playing, like, red light, green light? Like, you know what I mean? Like, 1, 2, 3, red light! And you turn around. Like, green light, red light! To catch somebody moving. Did you ever play that? Am I just that fucking old? God. Please.
We used to play outside when I was a kid. We didn't have any of these fancy game systems and computers.
God, I feel fucking old saying shit like that.
I'm not 100, but I swear to God, I remember when gas was 97 cents a gallon. You could put $2 in your tank and drive around all afternoon. Now you can't even get a gallon of gas with $2.
Especially if you drive a V8 engine and you need premium gas. Fuck my life. Well, one of them turned away and counted. The others closed in on the person counting. Yeah, it's red light, green light. After counting to 3, the person then turned around. Whoever was seen moving after that point would have to go back to the starting point. It's absolutely red light, green light. They were playing a traditional game of statues. Okay, sure, you call it statues. We call it red light, green light. Whatever.
You turn around fast when you're counting, too. I can't even stop myself in time.
I don't know. All the voices are totally different for each one of the kids. Whatever, I don't care.
Did I break a rule? Nope, you're just the best, that's all.
She sounds like Lon. Anyway.
Oh, let's play.
Calcio?
I'll get the ball.
Calcio? Something like that. Calcio? I don't know how to pronounce this. Look, guys, swear to God. I've never played that before. I don't even know what that is.
Really? I'll teach you.
Understood. Now they were playing a game where they kicked a ball without using their hands. So soccer? I'm sorry, football for everywhere else aside from America? All Orlok was doing was moving between the kids, kicking the ball back and forth. But soon... I'll take it. Ah! He quickly found the right timing to take the ball away from his opponent. I can't catch up to him! Kids don't want to play with Orlok because he wins and everything. Orlok quickly weaved around the kids while kicking the ball. It's like, Orlok, you're playing with like 5-year-olds. He's like kicking their asses. He quickly made his way to the opponent's line to make the goal. Yeah, they're playing every other Italian football, basically. I can't say football. I'm like, I'm American. That's soccer. Am I playing this right?
Wow! No, how'd you do that? You gotta teach me.
The kids surrounded Orlok. Cannot do kids' voices right now. Wait a minute. Is he smiling? For a second, I could swear I saw Orlok smiling like I'd never seen before. No, that's just a little grin. He's so cute. I carefully looked at his face again. Yes, he is smiling. Orlok is probably younger than me. Again, between the wall and the cage, really? Fucking weird bird. Looking at his youthful smile was making me think that way. In fact, seeing him at the center of the huddle of kids made him look pretty cute. But another thought crossed my mind. We're like 20 or 21. Right? I mean, look, if you're like 18 or so, that's fine. But like, if you're like, I'm like 16. Okay, creepy! You can't be the lolly boy and be younger. It's like weird. Look, I know sometimes we're like 16 and he's like, I'm 32 and he looks like he's 12. I don't care how old you are. If you look like you're 12, I'm just out. Like, Orlok has a sweet, innocent face and he looks young, but he doesn't look 12. I can handle Orlok. Okay? He's got the sweet, innocent face, but looks rough, is probably our age, and I can handle that as opposed to the you're our age, but you look half our age, which is creepy. Okay. Look, I'm just saying I don't make the rules. This is just how my brain works. He hurt a lot of people, too. He waded through the mafia all by himself and fought them all off. I mean, that's exactly why they made Orlok the way they did. Like, he's sweet and innocent looking, and he's like kicks ass. If he looked like Gil and kicked ass, you'd be like, yeah, of course, that's what he's about. I'm the big tough guy. He's like, sweet little angelic tough guy. It's like, wait, what? I like the juxtaposition. What? How many times do I have to tell you to drink from the water bottle in your cage, stupid? What is wrong with you tonight? Why are you being stupid?
Stop it. I'm trying to record stuff. If you want to drink water, go in your cage, dummy.
What you doing? Hi, why don't you come sit with me instead of being an asshole screaming at your water bottle? Because you're screaming and I can't stand your screaming noise. It doesn't seem like it'll harm me. Okay, fine, bye, asshole bird. Go in your cage to drink or drink the water in your dish. So I'm sure his apology to Sister Sophia was sincere. Maybe it was because of the innocence he showed. I didn't have solid proof of who he really was, but I was sure my intuition was correct. Even so, I need to remember that he's strong enough to kill others. Spacey? I don't see the sister around. Are you done talking? Before I knew it, he escaped from the kids and was now standing in front of me. Yes, I'm done. Thank you. Also, thank you for playing with them. They must have had fun playing with you. I'm here to be of help to you. Orlok looked a bit embarrassed and shifted his eyes away from me. I've never been surrounded by so many children before. There's 3 of them. I mean, there's probably more. There's only 3 with names, but it caught me off guard. You didn't have any siblings? Yes, I only had adults around me during childhood. I see. So that was quite interesting. Orlok looked at me with gentle eyes. Say, sis, I'm hungry. Oh, it's about time for lunch, isn't it? Orlok, aren't you getting hungry as well? You must have had breakfast earlier than me. No, I didn't have any breakfast. Huh? You didn't eat? Yes, I only eat when I really need to. When you need to? Boris literally lost his goddamn fucking mind. Like, bread and water. Oh my god, are you in jail? Huh? That's it? Oh, wait right here. I'll help get the lunch served. I needed to serve him something to eat. I quickly headed toward the kitchen. Huh? Oh, wait.
Sis went to the kitchen?
It seems so.
Say, Orlok, how about we play until the food's ready?
Okay. Poor Orlok is like me. How about we play, I guess? Elena was in the kitchen helping to prepare lunch. This is the first time we've seen the kitchen in here. Elena!
Space? Is it really you?
Yes, I'm home, Elena.
Thank goodness.
It's so nice to see you back. It's so nice to see you not being a fucking bitch trying to kill my man. You did some shit in Yang's route. Like, also, it's nice to see you not drugged up and being assaulted. So, I mean, that's all right. Oh, okay. That's the truth. But Elena smiled and hugged me tight, breathing a sigh of relief. I was so worried about you. I'm sorry, Elena. I closed my eyes and apologized as we embraced. What happened? I'll explain later, but first, let's get lunch ready, shall we? Okay. Elena looked at me with her eyes wide as I prepared the lunch to be served.
What's for lunch today?
Nothing, Giovanni! You got nothing! You stole a fizzy lifting drink! I'm sorry, I don't know. We have cod aqua... Well, that looks like aqua pazza today? It was a dish of fresh seafood and roasted cod, simmered in white wine and fresh tomatoes. The dish was garnished with olives and a sprig of rosemary. There's also salmon and cream bruschetta. I could say fucking bruschetta. And baguette. Just give me shit like that. And cannoli. Give me words I can pronounce! It was toasted, garlic-rubbed baguette slices baked until golden and fragrant. We topped it with a generous portion of chopped salmon and cream cheese. Like, that seems like fancy for like a church is all I'm saying. But we even had romanesco and anchovy pasta. A type of cauliflower associated with the brassica, I don't know, something. Some kind of a thing.
Wow, that sounds good. Eat it all up, Orlok.
He's like, this is fancier than bread. Right. He looks cramped with all those kids around him. With all the dishes set on the table, we offered our usual prayer of thanks before the meal. Lunch was finally served, and the kids immediately took scoops into their mouths. As for Orlok, he's so quiet. I stared at him, wondering why he was eating so quietly and keeping to himself. What's that look on his face? Confusion? Was there something you didn't like? No, it's all very delicious. You're a good cook. I'm glad you like it, but all I did was help out Elena. The only thing I made myself was the dolce. It's panna cotta with blueberry sauce today. Panna cotta means cooked cream in Italian. I'm sorry, we're not reading tour guide Spacey voice because I can't do my tour guide Spacey voice. I'm broken. Panna cotta means cooked cream in Italian. This treat is made using cream, milk, and sugar, then formed with gelatin. You had me until gelatin. Something about gelatin that just makes me creeped out. I mean, it's like mixed in things you don't know, but like I just think of like gelatin. Anyway, I think it came out well. Orlok scooped the panna cotta into his mouth and looked at me with a serious expression. This is very delicious. Thank you. What is it? I'm just impressed. I'm realizing again how special you are. Special? You're able to make food this good, and the kids all like you a great deal. I knew the prophecy from His Excellency was true. You truly are the chosen one. I really don't think so. I couldn't help but smile at Orlok's reverence towards me. Still, it seemed as though he sincerely believed every word he said. Can I ask you for 2 favors? Yes, whatever you wish. Well, firstly, please don't treat me in any special way. Huh? But you're... Second, I prefer that you call me by what everyone calls me. Space. Orlok shut his mouth as if he didn't know what to say. After a brief pause, he spoke. No, it's wrong for me to treat you as a normal person. But talking to me the way you do now puts some distance between us. I'd rather you speak normally so that I can feel at ease when we speak. Please? But... Am I asking too much? We're making you uncomfortable now. This is what you get for kidnapping me. I'm just saying. I was slightly uncomfortable with that. Now you're uncomfortable with it. It's different, but, it's the best we can do. Understood. No, wait. Okay. I'm not sure that I'll grow accustomed to it, but I'll do my very best. Thank you, Orlok. I really appreciate it. Aw, he's blushing! Orlok looked away as if he was embarrassed seeing me smile. He doesn't want to admit that he's got the hots for us. They all do. Do this happy music. I fucking love it. With lunch finished, the kids came storming toward Orlok again.
Orlok, let's play! How about make-believe? Maybe drawing?
Well... Orlok looked at me with pleading eyes. I'm sorry, but we need to help clear up the dishes. But if Orlok is okay, I'm sure he can go out and play with you. He looks at me with pleading eyes. I have to clean up the dishes, but Orlok can go. It's like, fuck you. Okay, if you say so. I don't think he was pleading eyes with you, like, please, can I go play? It was more like, please don't make me do this. I watched Orlok being dragged away again and collected the plates to bring to the kitchen. We let him be tortured by children. That must have been something. I carefully chose my words to explain to Elena what happened. I'm sorry I can't share everything. It's just that I'm not sure of myself either. Elena had a worried look on her face, but soon enough she gave a smile. About that Orlok, I don't think he's a bad person either. I mean, look at how the kids love him. He's a big help playing with them. After spending time with them, I'm always exhausted. Oh, Elena. Oh, Elena. Oh, honey. Talking with Elena while cleaning up took a while, and the sun began to set. Recollect. Ooh! How are you doing? I'm doing fine. The only thing I can't do is point a gun. That's all. I see. Nicholas spoke in his usual light manner, but I could tell his wound was deep. I'm sorry. It's a burden not being able to work on the front lines. I held my hand up to tell Nicola that he didn't need to apologize. And by the way, Miss Sister was here earlier. She told me our target went back to the church, but with a guard at her side. Guard? A Lao Shu went to church? Yes. Brazen, if not foolhardy. You saw that new face in the Lao Shu. The dangerous one. Right. We'll need to reconsider our strategy before we put any plan into action. It may not be time to hit the Lao Shu, but we need to get her as soon as possible. I'll check on the Lao Shu then. Good. I watched Nicola as he left the room. I've seen him before, but where? Was it in town? No. Oh. That was interesting. We've never had a weird flashback like that. Talking with Elena while cleaning up took a while, and the sun began to set. I went to the garden, but I didn't hear any of the kids playing. I wonder if they're playing elsewhere. I peeked into the garden to discover Orlok tired on the ground with the kids laying down around him. Oh my god. That's so fucking adorable. They're sleeping? Oh, he's so precious when he sleeps. He's beautiful. All the kids were sound asleep and smiling as if they were having good dreams. They're so cute. They were like tiny angels. They're gonna get a cold like that. I quietly snuck up on them and tried to cover them all with my shawl. Suddenly, Orlok opened his eyes. He caught me off guard. I thought he was sleeping. I'm sorry. Did I wake you? I just had my eyes closed, and that's all. Orlok slowly sat up as if nothing happened. No, don't! I want to keep that CG on. It's beautiful. We quietly moved away from the sleeping children so that we could talk a bit. Thank you for playing with the kids. They all seem so happy. It's been quite a while since they played this much. A while? Well, we don't have boys your age here, so the kids must be looking up to you like you're their brother. Which is why I'm not surprised at all, seeing them so happy like this. Are you happy if they're happy? Huh? It's just that you look very happy as well, so... Yes, they're my family after all. Oh, I'm happy if my family is happy. Family. Orlok mumbled words to himself and fell into thought. I feel bad about waking them up, but they'll need to go inside soon. If they sleep here, they won't be able to fall asleep tonight with how quickly night falls. I went over and gently woke them up. They all rubbed their eyes and woke up from their sweet dreams.
So sleepy.
Nap time's over for now. Everyone go inside. It's cold out here. Orlok looked on quietly as I got the kids to go inside. The next morning, Orlok came to see me just as I was about to leave my room.
Good morning.
Good morning, Orlok.
Will you go to the church today?
Huh? I didn't expect him to say that to me. I stuttered, looking for words. Can I go?
If you want to.
Orlok, the side look is like, if you want to, I guess I can go play with the kids. You want to go! That's what it is. You want to go. It didn't seem like he was all that willing, but I was still happy that he gave me the option. But I recalled what he said yesterday. I'd better ask, just in case. Orlok? I recall you telling me something when we went to the church before, that it wasn't a good idea to be going out, right?
Yes, that's true. But it's also true that it isn't good to keep you confined.
Thank you, Orlok. I really appreciated his considerate reply. Moving between Veleno and the church, we'd been traveling between the two districts daily. Somehow, I grew accustomed to it. It didn't feel dangerous at all, to be honest.
Will you go to the church today?
He came every morning to ask. I nodded as usual, then hesitantly began to speak. We've been going back and forth between the church and Veleno the past few days, but nothing has happened so far. It feels like there's no danger around. Aside from moving between the two districts and living with the Lao Shu, my life really hasn't changed much from when I was back at the church. I looked at Orlok and asked him what had long been on my mind. Is it still dangerous out there?
Yes, the enemies are still around.
And are they still after me?
I believe so.
But nothing has happened at all. Maybe they gave up. Orlok went quiet. It looks like he was deep in thought.
I don't think they've given up. They're likely just keeping quiet for now. You may not notice, but we're being watched each time we leave the Lao Shus. The Falzone family's men are still keeping their eye on us.
Huh? I didn't notice at all.
If we let our guard down, I'm sure they'll try to find a way to take you.
I felt a shiver run down my spine. To think we were being watched all this time. Orlok. And Orlok protected me through it all. Thank you. I gave him my thanks and repented for my overly optimistic view of the situation. A few days passed. As usual, Orlok and I headed down to the Lao Shu's dining area for breakfast. Surprisingly, Yang was already there. It was very unusual to see him ahead of us. He also didn't... Whoopsie! Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Oh, but look, we can see the, our flowers starting to bloom. Oh, and he's like a pinky purple color. It's pretty. Like, he's purple on his card, but it's like a pinky. It's interesting. He also didn't look as lethargic as usual. I have a proposition. Yang began to speak before the meal arrived. Uh-oh. Although he was smiling, it was hard to tell what was really going on inside him. She can be my woman. But we're in Orlok's route, not yours. You've been going to church every day, haven't you?
Yes.
It's wonderful to see such piety. Forgive me, but I would be remiss not to concern myself with your well-being. That being said, you wouldn't mind my men accompanying you two as guards, yes?
I'll be your escort. It's more than enough.
Of course, protecting her is well within your vast prowess. But the Falzone have proven themselves to take drastic measures, as evidenced by their previous siege. Siege? Wow, I can't talk today. What if they decided to visit the church? Yang then looked at me. His cold stare struck fear into me. Will you run for your life, leaving the rest of the church to their fate? Of course not. I raised my voice in anger, and Yang listened calmly. In that case, I presume having guards would aid you in such a time. Skilled as Orlok is, I doubt he can assume responsibility for everyone at the church if they somehow fell under attack. No, Orlok's like, oh, he's right. Orlok didn't say a word. His expression was troubled. What would we say to Bishop Rosberg should our fair maiden come to harm? So please, let us help. Fine. Orlok hesitantly nodded back at Yang in acceptance of his offer. What did I do? My anger led me to a result I didn't want. Now the Lao Shu would be accompanying us. I know I can trust Orlok, but to be honest, I didn't trust the Lao Shu at all. Was there a way out of this? Breakfast was served as I sat anxiously. He sends Lon and Faye, and then the kids have so many more people to play with. The food was tasteless to me now. The Lao Shu accompanied us from that day forward. Oh, poor Lee! It's Lee! He's like, this fucking sucks. What? Get the hell out of our way, you old hag! Oh my! A Lao Shu soldier intimidated an old woman coming to say her prayers. Why, you! Mind your manners! Hey, sorry about that. Can't get used to Arca style, you know. Hey, we're here to protect you, so we're just tense, that's all. The old lady turned around and left in a hurry. I let out a heavy sigh. This isn't going to go well. I only foresaw worse things ahead. I guess you're gonna have to start going to fucking church. I think that's what he wants. Seeing that it wouldn't be best to remain inside the church, I went to the garden where I found Elena. Speece? What's going on now? I wasn't surprised by her response. After all, the Lao Shu were stationed all over the church grounds, glaring at all who passed by. Things just happened. I tried to find the words to explain to her when...
Say! Teach me about the church!
The twins assigned to guard me came to me in their usual manner. I can't believe he sent 30 people. I would not have been surprised about Lon and Faye, but you had them accompany me to church and all this stuff when I was in your route, but now you have 2 other dudes, Lon, Faye, and fucking Lee? Plus multiple others? Ugh.
What's that building?
It's the dormitory. It's where everyone lives.
Oh, let's go there! Adventure time! Let's go!
Huh? Oh, wait! As if they'd listen. They quickly pranced their way toward the dormitory like wild rabbits. Are they with the Lao Shu too? Yes. I'd better make sure they don't do anything. I ended up chasing after Lon and Faye all over the church grounds.
Sis? Why are they all here? They've been here since this morning. They've been laughing and yelling. Strange and scary.
Children were taking notice of the odd situation. They won't do anything bad, but it's best that you stay away, okay? And don't worry. If they do anything, I'll stop them.
Okay.
He nodded, but I could tell the kids were all scared and worried. We can't keep going to the church now. This isn't good. Even if the guards were there to protect me, it was only making matters here worse. Everyone was scared now. What a long day. I wasn't at ease for a single moment. The guards were just standing there. They didn't pick a fight or anything, but their very presence disturbed the normally peaceful atmosphere. No wonder some of the visitors left quickly without offering their prayer. I feel bad seeing them leave like that. Just thinking about those people made me feel guilty for what they went through. After the Lao Shu were warned a number of times, they stopped intimidating the visitors, but their odd smiles and laughing were more than enough to keep the parishioners away. I mean, they have their own religious beliefs, even if they think this is crazy. Like, what you do, the Italian people would think is crazy, so, don't be rude! In this time, in the well, there's probably more religious people than non-religious. It's not like now where, if people like me would be like, this is... But you have some respect. You're like, I don't know anything about religion, but... Okay, we're in a church. Don't swear. Don't say God damn it. It offends religious people. You know what I mean? Even in other cultures, you're like, I don't understand any of this, but I'm going to try to be as unrude as possible. Like, these guys are acting like assholes. You're like, how would you feel if the Italians showed up in your fucking churches and shit? Or like your religious ceremonies or whatever, and we're like, snickering like assholes. You'd be like, rude Italian pigs. I'm just saying. Like, don't be a dick. Orlok? The number of guards have deterred our enemies, I believe. Deterred? Yes. The Falzo need to act much more carefully now. Which also means that you're a great deal safer now. But the church... I know what you're going to say. Those at the church are scared of them. Can't we do anything about it? Not go to church. It's all to ensure your safety. I hope you understand. But... I hate to cause so much trouble to the church like this. Maybe I shouldn't come here too often. Suddenly...
Hey! Listen!
It's so boring here. Today felt like forever.
So we're gonna go and have a walk before we head back, okay?
Huh? But you two were running around the whole time. Hey, we behaved, didn't we? No?
Yep, we were quiet, just like Yang told us to be.
I like how, like, all of a sudden we're introduced to Lee. Like, he's been here before, but they were like, for them, that was well behaved. A man calling himself Lee intervened. He was introduced as next in line to Yang, yet he was assigned to guard me as well. Why would someone like him be assigned to guard me? You brats were well behaved. I guess you've earned a short walk. Let's go to the shore. The sunset should look beautiful there.
You know it, Lee! Great!
You're coming too, right? Huh? We're your guards, which means we can't have you out of our sight. But taking a stroll now is...
Come on, let's go! Hurry!
Hold on, wait, I'm coming! The twins sped off without waiting for us to finish speaking. Like, Jesus Christ, that little balls of energy. The Lao Shu all began to follow, so I ended up following them as well. Quick, let's run for it, Orlok. The sun was settling and coloring the sea in red. Many stopped to look toward the horizon at the beauty of the painted sea. I noticed some tourists watching in awe, sitting with their food and drink in hand.
See, what's that? It looks good.
Huh? Oh, that's torta de riso. De riso? Torta di riso. A traditional treat in Bologna. Yeah. I want to say bologna, but that's like, I don't know. Located in Italy's Emilia Romagna. I cannot read Italian shit, okay? My brain just doesn't want to do it. Anyway, the tart is made with eggs and rice. Okay, it's a fucking egg and rice tart. It's a rice tart. Oh, we want one too. Lee, buy us some. What? Why should I? No? You're so stingy, Lee.
Come on, there's a stand there. Buy. Please, Lee.
Damn it. I'm billing Yang and telling him you brats made me buy them.
Ah, that's our Lee. You're so stingy.
Lee went and bought the treat for the twins as they followed him and jeered. I looked at Orlok. Mister, can I have one too, please? You want one too? Yes, I do. And do you mind if I ask you a favor? Oh, the torta de riso here is pretty big and far too much for me. I can never finish it all, so I usually share it with Elena. If it's okay with you, Orlok, would you take the other half for me? She's so sly as fuck. She never shares that shit, you know it. Huh? Me? Orlok had been looking intently at the twins earlier. I figured that maybe he wanted to have one too. But I assumed he would simply decline if I asked him if he wanted one. Well, that is, if you want it. I broke the torta di riso in half and handed one to him. Orlok was looking carefully at the torta in my hand. After a long pause, Orlok slowly reached out and took the half I offered. Oh my god, he's like an abused animal! You're like, here, it's okay, you can have half. And he's like, I guess. You're like, it's okay to want... Do you want one? No, I'm fine. Oh my god, you can eat more than bread and water, you poor thing! My god! You poor food abused thing! They didn't let you eat! What did they do to you? He then looked carefully again at the half in his hand, then proceeded to take a bite. It's like he's so awkward, like, this is edible? Yes, you can eat it. Are you sure? Yes, I'm not going to beat you if you eat it. Orlok quietly chewed on, it, I guess, without a change in expression. How is it? This is the first time I've eaten it, but I think I like it. Good to hear. As if he just remembered something, Orlok suddenly begins speaking. But the panna cotta you made was, I like it better than this. Really? Then I'll make it again next time. What? You're gonna make sweets?
Only for Orlok? Make some for us, too.
Shut up, you mangy brats. You had your fun. It's time we headed back. Lee's such a fucking asshole. Lee called out to the Lao Shu soldiers and set off on his way.
I wanted to play some more.
I know, but I guess this is good enough. Let's go. Space. He reluctantly said my name, just like I asked him to before. We've been out here longer than usual, so be careful. Try to stay by my side. Thank you, Orlok. I nodded and began walking alongside Orlok. Taking a stroll with Orlok like this was only for a brief moment, but it was fun. I headed back with a lightness in my step, feeling a lot better than before. Alright, perfect time to end it. Okay. Ooh, we're gonna run into Gil. I was just like, the weirdest thing is I was just thinking that. Because when we were out with... Who was it we were out with? No, we were out with... Oh, it was when we were out with Leo in one of the routes. I was like, it wasn't when we were out with Nicola. We were out with Leo in one of the routes. We weren't supposed to go out. And he was like, oh, Dante's route. You're not supposed to be out, but like, okay. And then Gil was like, what's up? And he caught us at the beach there. So I was just thinking, like, is Gilbert going to catch us here? When Orlok's like, keep close to me. And then now we're in Creta. So it's like, we're going to run into Gil. You know it. So anyway, we'll find out next time. Which, again, is probably going to be like, well, it won't be a few minutes. We have to do another side story, but watch, it'll be like right here, and it would have been like 2 minutes, and we could have just like the last part. If we read that little 5 minutes, we could have ended chapter 1, and this could have been all of chapter 2. Look. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.